So here I am in the Orono Crown Lands with one of my personal dogs, the young Dobie. He's turned 1 year old in October. And so I'm just actually hiking with him, just actually because I was coming back from a client appointment and just happened to say, hey, you know what, it's raining, but why not? I'm just going to go for a hike. So my other 3 dogs are at home. So I just decided to work on this guy for a little bit. And a nice thing to keep in mind when you're out hiking with your dogs is you shouldn't have to be yelling at your dog to come all the time. By the time you have your dog off leash with you, he should be checking in with you regularly. And if he's not, then he shouldn't be off leash. If he doesn't come when called, he shouldn't be off leash. So just because you've done some training with your dog doesn't mean your dog is ready to be off leash. A lot of times I'll tell people, if they're not doing e-collar training, don't attempt to take your dog off leash until they're at least 1 year old. If you've done some good foundation skills with your dog, then by the time they're 1 year old, you might be able to test them with a group of dogs. I like testing them with a group of dogs because if the group of dogs is well trained, they will help influence the other dog that's new in a positive way. But, when you're out hiking, especially when you're out hiking with your friends and stuff, just keep in mind that you actually have your dogs with you. Because a lot of times we tend to talk. I've been guilty of it too, where we talk with our friends and we lose sight of where our dogs are. But if your dogs are really well trained, then they should be checking in with you on a regular basis. So you have to be comfortable with your dog going a certain distance and know where that distance is. So with Zeus, I haven't had to tap him once on the e-collar since we've been out here. So you'll see he gets to a certain distance and then he'll check in with me. So you see how he's kind of turned around? I don't know, maybe at the 25, 30 foot mark. And I'm comfortable with allowing him to go that distance. If you had a dog that was reactive or aggressive, you might not be letting them off leash in the first place. But if you get to a certain point where you are comfortable with allowing them around other dogs again, those dogs would not be allowed to have 30 feet. They would be expected to stay well under 15 feet to make sure that you have control of your dog at all times. And they would be e-collar trained for sure. But anyways, it's a beautiful day, even though we're having some light rain. I'm in a forest right now, so I'm not really getting poured on. But even so, I just took this chance to come out for a hike. I don't have to be home at a certain time. I have to see a client tonight. But right now I just came home from Peterborough from a client. On my way home, just decided to stop in at the Orono Crown Lands and do a hike with him. And he'll be in a good mood when he gets home with the other dogs. Dobies are a lot of work. Anyways, I just thought I would share that with you guys. So happy hiking with your dogs and happy training.